I'm Eric Winsenson.
And I'm Eric Paul Johnson.
Mm, I don't know why anybody want to be that, but there you go. Um, we got a bunch of comments for "Hello, my old friend," and we'll start getting into that.
Okay. Yes, we shall.
Hmm.
I am 100% prepared as usual. And right now I'm just warming up to read this wonderful comment from Damian Griffin. Love this song. Always have. Afterglow was a revelation to me when it was released. The O side had so many songs that were brilliant, and this certainly was one of them. The O side.
Yes, the O side. It seems like it
Okay.
was appropriately titled because, yeah, the O side had a lot of songs that, yeah, O face.
To where we get to see Jeff Lynne's O face.
Yes, yes.
Oh,
Oh, I should have gave this name to you, Dorothy Rose Ruhulison. I'm gonna say Ruhulison. I'm gonna say Ruhulison. Dorothy Rose Rahulison. She had the little kissy
yeah,
emoticons, so that's what
yeah.
that
I
was.
thought kiss, kiss, kiss.
Yes, yes.
No, this is an E.L.O. podcast.
Oh, yes, yes. And we're going to keep it that way too, because I have no interest in Kiss, the band.
Mark Jealous says, I like the Kuiper Belt reference, Eric. So in this case, Haumea, my old friend, perhaps.
Yeah.
As you say, a stunner in the E.L.O. phonography. I almost read that wrong. In the first instance, Jeff is traveling back to Brum and looking forward to seeing his childhood home, probably after a long time, with an optimistic McCartney type jollity. Then he drifts off to Dreamworld, perhaps like Horace Wimp or the Dreamer from El Dorado, with the sounds of children playing and birds gently chirping on a perfect summer's day. But wait, what's that I hear? A menacing synth growing ever louder, drowning out all the pleasantries before. Boom! A crash of Bev's drums and Richard's stabbing keyboards wake Jeff suddenly, and what he sees is quite the shock. The past was a rosy image and now has a bleaker tone, choking chimneys, with even that turned to dust. And so now all the illusions are blown away, and we are left with Lennon's brutal realism. Perhaps he was better off with those imagined visions of his childhood left intact in his head, but either way, it's time to say bye bye to the past, imagined or otherwise, and let it go, sad though it is to do so. Reality can be cruel. Reality can be so cruel sometimes. In this case, it really is the Birmingham Blues.
That's a really cool interpretation. I never saw it that way. I love that. The opening quiet parts is just, there's the happy memories. And yeah, that middle part definitely seems like a dream world. And then with Bevan's drumming and the whole end part, that really does seem like reality crashing down. Now that he's seeing Birmingham through the adult eyes and not the dreamy kid eyes that he had at the beginning of the song. That's actually pretty freaking cool. I I never saw it that way. Awesome.
Yeah, and just so you know, Haumea is a Kuiper Belt object.
There's a lot of them in there. I
Yes,
wouldn't be surprised if there are some Hyundai's in there too. Hyundai's?
yeah, but that's what he's referring to.
Yeah. MJ Folds. This is it. This song is amazing. The middle part is probably the eeriest thing that Jeff has done since the start of Fire on High, and it is wonderful. Wish he had done more creepy stuff, as he clearly has a knack for it. But this song is such a synth-laden behemoth of a track. It starts off so unassumingly, and by the end it makes your head swirl along with its own swirliness. There are some really discordant sounds, like they are hitting all those keyboard naughty notes, as Jeff calls them. When the Secret Messages remaster came out in 2001, I was disappointed we didn't get a remastered version of this track as a bonus song. So glad Jeff, finally, gave us the double album a couple of years back. Though, as you pointed out, he could have mixed the outro sound better. Heck, I made my own double album copy many years back, and even I managed to make a better job of mixing the two together. Great show, and I cannot wait to hear next week's show, as I hear you might be having an amazing new voice join you. Oh, yes, we do. MJ Folds will be joining us, and he'll be singing quick jingles. And I would say that's greatly due to Taz pushing him, pushing him on me. And, because MJ auditioned for the voicemail bit, and I kind of like the little jingle that he did, but in the end, I went with Taz. And Taz was like, no, 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 you should have MJ. I'll step back. I was like, no, I want you. I like your voice. I want you. I'm sorry MJ didn't get it, but I picked you, Taz, because I wanted you. And then it kind of rolled around in my head. Maybe I can find a use for MJ's jingles. So I did.
So he's going to be Mr. Jingles.
He's going to be Mr. Jingles, yes. Jingling his jingles, yeah. Yeah, you were able to make a mix of that the ending where the one dovetails into the other. I was able to do it. I did it for the podcast, and I did it on Audacity. And I'm sure Jeff or Epic Records or whoever was in charge of this double album put together has much more advanced equipment than Audacity. So it really doesn't make sense that the song fades out and then in comes from out of nowhere and secret messages backwards and all that fade out.
All it does is you just kind of overlap the two and do a fade from one and a fade up from the other as they overlap, as you got the two tracks overlapping there, and that.
And you're done. It's lunch. Yeah, it's easy.
Yeah.
Peasy. It's easy peasy. Anyway, we talked about that in the episode. It doesn't work. It doesn't make sense without one fading into the other.
It's a Chewbacca mix.
What's a Chewbacca mix?
Okay, you're not familiar with the Chewbacca defense.
I don't think so.
Okay. This is something that South Park came up with, but it was based on the OJ trial.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, where you get up and in front of somebody in front of the court and spew a bunch of garbage that has nothing to do with whatsoever the whole case is about,
Mm-hmm.
and then come back and say this doesn't make sense. As in, Chewbacca is a Wookiee who's on Endor with a bunch of Ewoks. This doesn't make sense. Neither does this case. So you have to acquit.
Okay, well there you go.
And so the mix, it doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Therefore, you must redo it.
Yes. And when you
you must take the 30 seconds it takes to load up the waveforms and do it.
Yeah. So when I'm sure that I don't know, this may happen after Jeff Lynne dies, hopefully in the extreme distant future, that they put out Secret Messages double album again, which includes Beatles Forever, and somebody fixes that to overlap that should be there at the very end. So,
yep.
And if you need somebody to do that, I'm available, and I'll probably work for less than whoever you're going to hire. But
but we need a full, complete digital remaster of Beatles Forever.
It's been done,
and then we need to redo it as a dance mix.
Oh, that's right. Don't put ideas in my head. Because like a couple days ago, I heard a commercial for cigarettes by that radio guy who fired somebody on TV, and now my head blanked out. Back in the 50s.
It wasn't Alan Freed, was it?
No.
Oh, I know he got his butt fired, but
he's a famous guy. He had red hair, and he was a famous radio guy, and he had that TV. He went on to famous TV, and I don't know. Anyways, he did some commercials for some cigars, and there was all kinds of other noise around, so I was picking up bits and pieces of it, and I was like, if you put some sort of electro jazz or electro swing thing behind that, I'll put that on my to-do list, see how that works out. So
yeah. Beatles Forever acid jazz remix.
Yeah, So yeah, we'll make
Maybe get some professionals in there, like have Dead Mouse, not Marshmallow. Marshmallow stuff all sounds like crap, but
you're you're absolutely right.
he's now shaking his head, going, "Who are these people?"
Anyway, moving on to Aaron.
Moving on to Aaron.
Mhm.
Aaron Jansen says, "I've been waiting for this song to come up for weeks. One of my favorite E.L.O. songs. Like y'all said, it has everything in it that E.L.O. was known for. Personally, I would have included the song over all of the other songs on the album. John Woloshook of Clap 2 termed this tight kind of music as pop prog. I like to call it prog done right. There have been a lot of opinion pieces on what the track listing should have been for the Beatles' White Album if it were released as a single album. I'm curious what track listings the two Erics would have given the single LP Secret Messages album.
I don't know. Never really gave any thought to it. Loser Gone Wild can go. Hmm?
Neither have I really.
Yeah. Loser Gone Wild can go. Four Little Diamonds can go. Those can be B-sides. So there, that opens up about 9 minutes. Letter from Spain. I don't hate it, but I don't know. I think if you're gonna lose a track from Secret Messages, that can go. Um, I don't know. I don't think there's too much else I would get rid of. So that should open up space for Hello, My Old Friend.
Ah, well, looking at it here.
Do I need to get my guitar to fill
Yeah,
up space?
no, I'm just bringing up something here. Loser Gone Wild can definitely go. Time After Time needs to stay. It should have been on there in the first place, not as a
Ab-
bonus.
Abso-frickin-lutely.
Yeah. So basically, Loser Gone Wild off of there. Time After Time staying on there. Uh, Bluebird and Take Me On and On, I guess, can stay. Stranger,
That that
yeah.
I, that's another one that can go for me anyway.
Letter from Spain and Train of Gold for me can go.
Hmm.
Um, and then definitely throw on Hello, My Old Friend at the end, mix it right with the ending like we were just talking about.
Yeah.
Um, looking over some of the other bonus. Oh, After All needs to be on there, full version.
Yeah.
I agree. I agree. I agree that After All's full version needs to be on there. I don't know. Maybe kick off Four Little Diamonds. Four Little Diamonds to me sounds too much like Don't Bring Me Down.
Right.
So I'd say kick off Four Little Diamonds because I wouldn't, because Buildings Have Eyes, I would really benefit from being on there. I'd say Endless Lies if Endless Lies had not been on Balance of Power.
Right.
So, but yeah, I think that's really about it. Probably just shuffle the rest of it around a little bit, but My Old Friend would be the ending of it.
Absolutely. It was. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, Rock and Roll is King would probably be the owner of the second side of the side too.
Hmm. Christian Evans said, "Very interesting," and that's it. Those are the comments for Hello, My Old Friend.
Okay.
Okay. Well, we'll see how much of this got through because there's a lot of time where you just, but I was still hearing words. So
Oh, okay. So you've been the connection's being wonderful today.
yeah, yeah.
Okay, wonderful. Well, at least we haven't reached my time where my cable resets for the day,
yeah. Oh,
which is a good thing.
yeah. All right. What's Friday? I don't know. It's another song from Afterglow. It's either Mandalay or No Way Out. I think it's Mandalay.
Mandalay is this week.
Okay. Well, enjoy it anyway.
Yeah, enjoy it. That's about all I can say about Mandalay as well.
Oh,
We'll
shoot.
discuss it
Nope.
more